What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new top 10 video. This time, finally, I know I've made y'all wait for this one. Fucking March. I know I usually got these out back in February last year, or like earlier. I think it was like February. No, it was like February when I got these out. College, ladies and gentlemen, college. And finally out here. Hopefully these videos actually come out in March, and I don't wait video and I don't broadcast any of these and they come out in April. But you know, whatever. So let's get in. I will. Before we begin, let me talk about this year. Overall, this year was great, but this was nowhere near as strong as last year. Like last year, I'd honestly say it is without a doubt one of the greatest years of film ever. Like, y'all saw how many movies were on my fucking honorable mentions list. Like, granted, most of that was because there were a bunch of the movies that I loved that I did double because I wasn't doing movie reviews around that time, at least consistently. But of course now I'm being a lot more consistent about that. And so the honorable mentions are much shorter. There's only about like 9-ish, but one of them is just honorable mention. We'll talk about that when we get there. So anyway, 2017 was without doubt one of the best years of film ever. Like, you know, we had Logan, Baby Driver, Dunkirk, Blade Runner 2049, as well as others, and also what else came out in 2017? I love a bunch of other movies, you know. And while this year was great, it was nowhere near as strong as last year. I would say that's probably gonna go down as one of the greatest years of film ever. There were just so many great movies that were also great films. So many movies that were worthy of getting Oscar noms. And honestly, y'all saw me last year at the Oscars where, while yes, it was the most furious I've ever been when Logan got blatantly screwed over, like by, call me by your fucking name, like, you know, that gay movie that's also that has pedophilia in it. Yeah, I refuse to watch that garbage because I know it ain't that good. Anyway, but besides that, of course, there's other stuff like 3 Billboards and other stuff. This year, you know, that was, and also that was most content. You know, a bunch of Dunkirk got a bunch of awards, Blade Runner got the awards it needed, Baby Driver kind of got screwed over a little bit, but you know, yeah. But this year was definitely the year of horror. Like 2017 was like GOAT. This was a year of horror. Horror movies flourished this year. Like, there were so many great horror movies this year. Like, this was the year of horror, in which you guys see this in my top 10 list. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So at number 10, we got Halloween. Y'all know how much I loved Halloween. Y'all saw my review. You guys know this. I was close. I was so close to giving this movie, like, it was so close to being my favorite Halloween movie of all time, better than even the original. But of course, that high school stuff, man, kind of killed it. Kept it at second place. Some of y'all might be like, wait, why wasn't this your top 10 horror movies when, you know, the Rob Zombie Halloween movie was? Well, that was because I wanted to limit it to one movie per franchise, but since the Halloween remake is really just its own separate thing, I kind of like took a quick exception to that. Plus, I really want to talk about Rob Zombie's Halloween because I love Rob Zombie's Halloween, in my personal opinion. I love the remake. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies, honestly. So, Michael Myers was great, the cast was great, Jamie Lee Curtis was fucking phenomenal, man. Like, Halloween was an amazing movie. I loved Halloween, and that is why and also the kills were pretty great too. So that's why it is number 10 on my list. Number 9 on my list is The Equalizer 2. Some of y'all are like, whoa, Glenn, you gave this movie a 9.5 in your review. You did not give it a full 10. Well, when I came back and rewatched it again while my dad was watching The Equalizer 2 when it came out on Redbox, I was like, nah, this movie's a 10. This movie's a 10. Like, I still have a couple flaws in the movie, but this movie was worth that 10 out of 10. That whole scene between Denzel Washington's character and, you know, the kid that he's kind of like looked over, that he's kind of put under his wing as a father figure to him, and he says, I'm your father, your mother never just told you about me. And, you know, get that whole scene where he's like, come on, shoot me, come on, show me how much of a badass you are, shoot me. That whole scene, the acting, Denzel Washington. I love Denzel Washington, he's such a great actor, and that movie was so great. That movie was just so good, man. If you've not seen Equalizer 2, please, for the love of God, go see it. I hope the movie did decently in the box because I would love for this to become a franchise. Like, this is like I would call The Equalizer the hipsters John Wick, because these movies don't get enough attention. They're so underrated, and they're very similar to the John Wick movies. And I'm like, Somebody watch these, they're so good. You know, I wish the Equalizer got more attention to them because they're just so good. And Denzel's so good. I was shocked we even got an Equalizer 2 last year when that got announced. I don't know if we're gonna ever get an Equalizer 3. I hope we do because I love the Equalizer. But hey, if this is the end, I'm satisfied. So that's why it's number 9. Number 8, Aquaman. This movie was really surprising to me because I legit thought when with this movie, I came in there, I was kind of excited for it, and I was like, but I was still kind of like, I don't know, will this actually be good? Because, you know, the DC has been kind of shaky lately, and, you know, and right after this was Justice League. And then I saw a movie and I absolutely fucking loved it. Like, James Wan did such an amazing job with the movie, just did such a great job. Cinematography was amazing. Like, I loved that whole scene at the end of the movie when, Aquaman's face up against the Ocean's Master, and when it's like dark and gloomy, how just the colors of their suit just pop in the darkness. It was just so good. The comedy was great. Aquaman was great. What's her name? The red-haired chick. She was great. Oh man, loved it. Y'all know I love me some redheads, but yeah. Loved Aquaman, the CGI, man, the CGI. I was wondering why this didn't get nominated for an Oscar for Best CGI, but apparently it was because Aquaman was after the cutoff date for the Oscars, so next year it looks like it's going to get nominated, hopefully, because definitely deserves an Oscar for that CGI. That CGI was fucking amazing, man. So, that is why Aquaman is number 8 on my list. Number 7, Annihilation. Y'all might be surprised about this one because I didn't review it or talk about it. Because this is actually a more recent movie I saw a few months ago. When it came out on Blu-ray, my econ teacher, who was another big movie buff like me, we have a lot of conversation about movies when I was, you know, back in my last year of high school. And he talked about and he was with one of my other students that I was, one of my other classmates from another class. They were talking about Annihilation, and he was like, "Oh yeah, they created a bunch of books in there." I kind of knew about Annihilation, but I never went out and saw it. And so when my dad picked it up, I think it was either he picked it up on Netflix or Redbox. One of those two. I was like, you know what? Fuck, let's go check this movie out. I was curious about it because he said he loved Annihilation. I saw the movie and I fell in love with it. Like, this movie, definitely, the less you know, the better. If you've not seen a trailer, nothing, don't. Pick it up and go watch it. You'll love it. Trust me. Natalie Portman was great. The CGI, I mean, like, the ending, man. The ending was so good. Like, cause the CGI, it was like, that was CGI, and just the overall designs of those things was something I've never seen before. It was terrifying, but oddly beautiful at the same time, and fascinating. The movie is a fascinating movie to analyze, honestly. Like, I can't say much more about Annihilation. It was such a great movie, and man, that movie left an impact on me. Like, sci-fi movies like that, I always love those. And so, if you guys have not seen Annihilation, do yourself a favor and go see Annihilation, because it is damn good. So that is why it is number 7 on my list. Number 6, Hereditary. Y'all know how much I loved Hereditary, so of course it would be on this list. I love this movie. I've said my piece so many other times in previous videos. Toni Collette deserved that Oscar, man. She got royally fucking screwed, man. Like, Toni Collette got screwed. I will not. She got screwed, man. She got screwed. So did Alex Jones. Was it Nick Jones? Alex Jones? Whoever plays her son. That dude was so good. The movie. There are so many things in that movie that are forever burned into my brain. Toni Collette's performance, man. I can't get over how good it was, man. She deserved that Oscar. No, and I love that scene when the DJ was like, "I am your mother!" And when she was crying around the midpoint, and when the camera just focused on Alex Jones' face. Oh, the director's a fucking genius, man. He's a fucking genius. I cannot wait to see his new movie. Like, April it's coming out. Whatever's coming out, I can't wait to see because I can't wait to see more of this dude's work. He's such a great director with horror, man. He's amazing. I love him. So that is why Hereditary is number 5. Number 6 on the list. Number 6. Number 5. Venom. No. Y'all know I love me Venom. Like, Venom is one of them. Some of you were like, why is this higher than Hereditary? Personal bias, honestly. Personal bias got Venom up a little high because he's my favorite Spider-Man villain, one of my favorite Marvel characters ever. I love Venom, man. He was great. The movie was so fun. Like comparing this, like this is superior than most of the comedy I've seen in MCU. Like MCU movies had me laughing hard. This movie straight up had me dying. Venom was so many great scenes. Like Tom Hardy just like went all the way in with the physical gear. Oh my god, I love when he's talking with Venom. Those things are so funny. He's like, what are you doing? Putting my hands up. You ain't done so bad. It's like that stuff like that, man, was so fucking good. I love Venom. I love this movie. I don't give a fuck what the critics said. It's like, oh, this movie sucks. This movie sucks. I'm like, motherfuckers, this movie's fucking awesome. Fuck off. Y'all do not know Venom. Love this movie. You guys know I'm loving the new comic as well. Venom's an amazing movie, and I fucking love Venom. I'm sorry. If you didn't like it, fuck off. Venom was amazing. But then I one of my favorite comic movies of all time. Now Venom was that fucking good. So number 4, we have the Bleach live action movie. Yeah, y'all didn't think it would pop up here. Y'all know I love me some Bleach. I've watched the movie twice. Once with the English dub was my first time because I'm a dubs or stuff, guys, and plus the Bleach cast came back for the movie. Like my man Johnny Hombash. Oh god, that man is Ichigo. The man was born to play Ichigo. And then when I actually watched it again with the actual Japanese audio, it was great. Although I won't lie, I've noticed Japanese actors kind of overact a little bit, and they're kind of like you know, they kind of like exaggerate their movements a little bit. I noticed that a lot more when I was actually watching this with the original audio, the original Japanese audio, than when I was watching with English dub. Oddly, it was weird. They got like, especially Ichigo's actor, he kind of like overacts like a couple times, like his expressions and such. It was kind of weird. I didn't notice it the first time when I watched, but this was a great adaptation of the Bleach's first arc. Without a doubt, my favorite This is without the best live-action anime adaptation of all time. Better than Edge of Tomorrow, better than Ghost in the Shell, better than the Japanese Death Note movies, better than the American Death Note movie, which I fucking love that movie, by the way, you guys know I love that movie. It's better than them all. It's better than Ghost in the Shell. Alita! I'll probably I gotta give Alita the #1 spot, but from Japan, Bleach is easily my #1, and it's also my #2 for just overall live-action anime adaptations. I love Bleach. If you're a fan of Bleach, definitely check it out if you haven't already. It's fucking awesome. So, that's why it's #4 for us. #3, we got Wakanda Forever! Black Panther! Ladies and gentlemen, the movie that should have won Best Picture. I'm still pissed off that it didn't win Best Picture, man. Not so much because I thought it won, because if any comic book should have gotten an Emmy, it would have been Avengers, but if it won, it would have been a victory for all superhero movies, and I would have forgiven the Academy for screwing over Logan, but I guess these fuckers can't help themselves. They're like, oh no, we can't give a Best Picture, man, we can't. Fuck comic movies, but what more can I say about Black Panther that hasn't already been said already? Chadwick Boseman was amazing. Michael B. Jordan was made the whole cast. Wakanda looks so good. The set designs are great. The soundtrack is phenomenal. And you got my man Kendrick Lamar working on it. My man Kendrick. He should have won Best Original Song, by the way, not Lady Gaga. I mean, I love me some Lady Gaga, but bitch, you ain't got shit on Kendrick. I'm sorry. You ain't got shit on my man Kendrick Lamar. He should have won. Yeah, soundtrack was amazing. The villain, Killmonger, was an amazing villain. Chadwick Boseman killed it as T'Challa. Shuri was amazing. I can't wait to see Black Panther 2, man. That is why Black Panther is #3 on my list. #2, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Y'all know I love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time, honestly. This movie was so good. The art styles, the directing was amazing with like how they actually kind of took like comic book panels, put them on there, had like little thought bubbles when Miles was thinking. It was amazing. I love this movie. The art and animation was amazing. The Kingpin as a villain was pretty good, although they could have been a little better. And Miles, I love Miles, man. They did Miles justice here in this movie. Like, there's not much more I can say other than I'm hyped as hell to see the sequel, which apparently is going to be Edge of Spider-Geddon, which I hope that's when they actually bring in the Inheritors. Because I like the Inheritors. Because I read Spider-Geddon, I like the Inheritors in there stuff. And also, I can't wait to see. Maybe apparently the sequel's also going to be adapting City in the Tree as well, which I can't wait to see. Because I do shit Miles and Spider-Man. Me anyway. So yeah, that is why Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is #2 on the list. Now, let's get into the honorable mentions. First up, we have A Quiet Place. I love this movie. This was a huge shocker for me because I didn't really know anything about. Well, Hereditary was more a shock because that movie I didn't even know about until my econ teacher was like, "Hey man, have you seen Hereditary? Nah, you need to see it." I was like, "Okay, I'll check it out." Like this, I kind of knew about. Like this was kind of like Hereditary was like it was like It Comes at Night, but it was like a lot better than It Comes at Night. Like A Quiet Place was like the popular horror movie of the year, but Hereditary was like the sleeper hit that was honestly a little bit better, you know, in my personal opinion. Like this was like the one that there was one horror movie everyone saw. It was A Quiet Place. While Hereditary was like for those hardcores like you and me, the lesser ones that kind of do a little bit more digging for our horror movies, and we find these cult classics like Hereditary. This was like the mainstream one. Hereditary was the cult classic horror movie of the year. This movie was great. The cast was great, and I won't lie, the two, I forget their names. There was Emily Blunt and the other guy. Honestly, after I watched that movie, I think those two should be cast as Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic for when Fantastic Four comes to the MCU, because they like, number one, they're about the same age as Reed and for Reed and Sue. They're married in real life, so they already have that chemistry, and they also kind of look like them. Like dude shaves his beard, you maybe have to give Emily Blunt some little bit of makeup, make her look a little younger. Yeah, they're Sue and Reed. Like they legit could play those two perfectly because they kind of relate to them. As a Watchmen, I thought those two would have been the perfect cast for those two. So we'll have to wait and see if they actually get cast for Fantastic Four when they actually finally bring them into the MCU. Anyway, so yeah. The supporting cast was great. I love the use of sound and everything. This movie was just fucking phenomenal, man. This movie was fucking phenomenal. I can't say much more about this movie other than it was just amazing. If you haven't seen Quiet Place, what the hell's wrong with you? You definitely deserve that 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and have for some time. Next up, we actually have Bird Box. Yeah, Hereditary, not Hereditary. Quiet Place is not like, oh, I can't hear nothing. Bird Box, yeah, now you can't see, motherfuckers. I love this movie. Sandra Bullock had an amazing performance. The kid actors were pretty good, and I did like how they did. And like I said, Sandra Bullock's performance, like this was without her best performance. I'm not pissed off she didn't get nominated for Oscars because I don't even know if Netflix movies even count for the Academy. I don't even know if they even qualify because they don't get out in theaters. They're just straight on Netflix. I don't even know if they qualified or not. But yeah, if you haven't seen Bird Box, check it out. It's an amazing horror movie. If you like The Quiet Place, you'll definitely dig Bird Box because it's kind of similar to that movie, but I'll definitely say A Quiet Place was a bit better. I did prefer A Quiet Place over Bird Box in my personal opinion. Next up, Pacific Rim Uprising. I know a lot of people didn't like this movie, especially people that are fans of the first movie. Like, people that loved the first Pacific Rim did not like Uprising, but people that were disappointed with the first movie loved or really enjoyed Pacific Rim Uprising. One of my friends was actually got pissed off at how much I actually loved Uprising. They're like, you give Uprising a 10 out of 10? Like, I think she actually loved the first Pacific Rim, and she was shocked at like how much I loved it. I won't lie, I loved it because the characters were better, the mechs were a lot better, and the movie was just so much more entertaining in my personal opinion than the first movie. Like the first movie, the only really great part about it was the scientists. Now I actually have John Boyega, and you got the mech battles and everything. Like I said in my review, like Pacific Rim 1 was like watching Zorgs, while Pacific Rim Uprising is like watching Amos fight. You know, one's stiff while the other one's fluid and just a sight to the eye. I love it. I love Pacific Rim Uprising, man. I don't know if we're gonna get a third one. If we do, I hope it's more like Uprising than it was the first one, or maybe we get like some middle ground to appease everyone. But yeah, I love Pacific Rim Uprising. Next up, Tomb Raider 2018. Love this movie. This was out on one of my favorite video game adaptations of all time. Probably my second behind Warcraft, probably. This movie was great. I loved how they took it from the reboots, because I honestly prefer the rebooted franchise of Tomb Raider over the original franchise in my personal opinion. Prefer the gameplay, prefer the story, prefer everything. The woman that was playing Laura did an amazing job, and this was just an overall phenomenal movie. I loved every second of it. I really loved the ending too, when she gets her pistols. That was cool. Next up, Deadpool 2. This was actually a surprise to me, because this was a lot more accurate to actually how Deadpool is. Because you guys didn't know, Deadpool is really suicidal. Honestly, in the comic, he ain't like, you know, just a mean machine like he was in the video game, and you kind of see from him. Like, he's very depressed, very suicidal. He's a lot like Kaneki in a lot of ways, honestly. With how Wade Wilson is here than he honestly was in the other stuff we've seen. So I like how they actually showed off the dark side of Deadpool. Overall, I thought the movie was great. I loved how we got the X-Force. I thought Cable was great. Domino's fantastic. I can't wait. Oh wait, never mind. We're not. I don't know if is the X-Force movie still gonna happen with the whole Fox Disney merger thing. We just have to find out on that. But I really hope that they bring Deadpool to MCU and they keep Ryan Reynolds. Nobody else can play Deadpool. I'm sorry. So next up, Ready Player One. This movie was great because it was like a love letter to people who love the 80s. I loved it because, it was love letter to 80s, and I love Steven Spielberg. I love this movie. I love the references in there. I love the part where they just pay tribute to The Shining, man. Because I love The Shining. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love how we actually got some anime in there with the kid, when Connie does bike, as well as a Gundam. I love that. In the battle, you got the Iron Giant. It was amazing. I love this movie. Like, if you haven't seen Ready Player One, definitely check it out. Next up, Bohemian Rhapsody. This movie actually I saw a couple days ago, actually. My dad picked it up on Redbox and I just decided to watch it with him. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. One best actor. Let me see if this dude deserved it as Freddie Mercury. Definitely the dude deserved it as Freddie Mercury because the man was fucking phenomenal as Freddie Mercury. Right? I don't know how accurate it was because I don't know Queen like that. Because honestly, I've listened to so many Queen songs actually knowing that they were from Queen, which is weird. Like, I'm sure all of us have heard Queen songs before we even knew what Queen was. It's weird. The weirdest thing, man. Weirdest thing. Got a little funny story for y'all. Back in my middle school days, I was in chorus. I was in the chorus class in my middle school, and we actually performed Bohemian Rhapsody at one of our concerts, and we did a cover of it. I was the I forget what tone it was. It was like the Beethoven or whatever, like the bass one, or like the lowest, like the deepest one they had. We actually even had a girl, one of my classmates, that she was able to do the whole Galileo, not the Galileo, it was like, for me. She would actually hit the high notes, like hit it really high and actually hold it for a bit. She would always laugh and crack up when we actually did the concert, so she, of course, kept a straight face, obviously. So yeah, a little history lesson for y'all. I love this movie. The cast was great. The music was amazing. I mean, it's just a bunch of Queen songs. I mean, what's not to like? I thought it was great. If you're a fan of Queen, you haven't seen this movie already, definitely check it out. If you're not a fan of Queen, definitely check it out. It's a great movie. Definitely a very enjoyable watch. Now, this movie, we're almost done with the honorable mentions. This movie was actually, I was kind of tempted whether or not I should put this on the list this year, because, well, technically this movie came out this year, or 2018, I should say. It didn't come out in the States till 2019, so I was like, which list does this movie qualify for? So I was like, you know what, I'll keep it off this list. I'll put it in the 2019 list because I saw in 2019. It came out in the States 2019, so I'll put it on the 2019 list unless, other boys top it. And that is Dragon Ball Super Broly. I'm not going to say too much of this because, like I said, I'm going to probably save most of my thoughts till the actual, for the 2019 list. And of course, it's my review if you guys want to check it out. I thought it was great. This is the only Dragon Ball movie I saw. I love what they did with Broly. I thought they did with Akira Toriyama did a great job with Vic Mignogna did an amazing job with Broly. Sean Schimmel, man, that man can scream. Chris Sal was also great. I mean, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball and you haven't seen Broly, definitely check it out. It was really good to see it in the theater when you went there with your fellow weebs. It's a great experience. It's a great experience. Next up, now this one's actually, I kept this one last because this movie was honestly a movie that I thought was like spectacular, one of the best of the year. It was really just a movie that I thought was actually really damn good. It was just so shocking how good it was that I was like, you know what, let me talk about this. And that is Proud Mary. Like I said, this is a movie that's honestly, I would give it like an 8 or an 8.5. I forget what I got it when I actually saw the movie, but I ended up really enjoying the movie mostly because the acting was actually really good. Like, especially with the kid, that was actually one of the best kid performances I've ever seen was with him. He was without the highlight of the movie, and also the main woman, female in the movie, she did a pretty good job. The ending was also really cool too. I like that how they actually had the song "Proud Mary" playing in the background. I thought that actually looked great. Like, if you haven't seen Proud Mary and you like stuff like John Wick and such, definitely give it a watch. It's actually really good, really good. And now we have a honorable mention. Now, you guys know I don't do worst lists because I don't waste my time watching bad movies. I ain't getting paid for this shit, so why would I? I'm not like Chris Stuckman. So, and even this movie, well, I wouldn't even really consider it bad. It's just so painfully average. And that is Crazy Rich Asians. I know some of y'all wondering, Glenn, why'd you even watch this movie? My mom picked it up on Redbox, and out of curiosity, I was like, fuck it, let me watch it. Maybe it's good. I was wrong. It's the most cliche rom-com ever. Dialogue is so cliche, characters are cliche, and I know I'm not the target audience, I know it's really marketed towards Asians, but there's this one time at the end of the movie where they're playing this board game, and they don't even tell you the rules, and then the woman shows her hand, and I'm like, did you win? Did you lose? I know I'm not the target audience. I know it was marketed towards Asians, but could you at least explain the rules a little bit to know if she actually won the game or not with her hand? Like, if you like rom-coms and you're Asian, I guess give it a watch, because you'll probably like it, but if you're not like that, don't even bother wasting your time on this movie. It's so painfully average. It's like watching an episode of Monday Night Raw, honestly. And people apparently were pissed off this movie didn't get nominated for Oscars. What would have gotten nominated for? The most average movie of 2018? The most cliche movie of 2018? Because none of the performances were that good. They were all average at best, passable. Like, I don't know why people pissed off this movie didn't get nominated, because I was like, what the fuck is it? Y'all dumb? Like, the movie really did that much for you? Nah. So yeah, Crazy Rich Asians, don't waste your time with it. And now, number 1. Y'all can probably guess what this is. I mean, this is me after all. Avengers Infinity War. Are you even surprised by that? No, you're not. Y'all know I love Marvel. This was out of my favorite MCU movie. Thanos was such an amazing villain. The snap. One of the most memorable MCU movies of all time. The cast was great. I love what they did with the movie. The Russo brothers outdid themselves in the movie, and I cannot wait for Avengers Endgame in August, or April, I should say, not August. So yeah, like I said, I got not much to say, because what much more can I say that hasn't already been said about Avengers Infinity War? So yeah, that is my list, everyone. Tell me down below, do you agree with my list? Tell me down below what your list was. Did you agree with my list? Did you not think? And tell me down below what you thought. Like, what's your top 10 movies? Or were you pissed off that a movie you love wasn't on my list? Because there were some movies I didn't see, like Roma I didn't see this year, Green Book, Born a Star, Mandy was another one that actually people have been praising a little bit, I've heard, but I haven't seen Mandy yet. I do definitely want to check it out, because I like me some Nicolas Cage. And also, Nicolas Cage was one of my favorite parts of Spider-Man, SpiderVerse, with like his introduction, like, sometimes I let not just go down my fingertips just to feel something, anything. I love stuff like that, man. So yeah, tell me down below what your movie top 10 was like. What's your top 10 movies of the year? So yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.